Okay. Okay, should be sound now. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
should be sound now. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
mute your mic,
Krishna,
Karuna.
Krishna,
It's
Hare
all
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama.
mute.
Rama Rama
Mute.
Hare
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Hare. Okay, should be sound now.
Mute the mic.
Okay, mute your mic, Karuna. It's all.
Okay.
Okay, should be sound now. Mute the mic.
Okay, I got to get rid of you, Karuna. You're messing everything up here.
Okay, I gotta get rid of you, Karuna. You're messing everything up here.
Still messing it up. Oh man.
Okay, I gotta get rid of you, Karuna. You're messing everything up. Still messing it up. Oh man. Still messing it up.
Karuna, whatever you did today, don't do it again.
Karuna, whatever you did today, don't do it again.
Okay, I have to refresh this thing. Just everybody stay on. Karuna, get off, man. Oh, it's not Karuna.
Whatever you did today, don't do it again.
Okay, there you
I
go.
have to refresh
Okay, just stay on. I got to refresh this here.
Karuna, get off. Oh, it's not.
Okay, I think we're back. Okay.
Okay, I think we're back. Okay.
Thanks for using.
Mute your mic because it's echoing here. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to mute your mic there because it's echoing. You know how to do it? Oh, you're not there?
Yeah, you're gonna have to mute your mic there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Thanks for using.
All right.
Okay. Until we get this out, don't anybody come on. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
I'm gonna refresh this here.
I'm gonna refresh this.
Still doing this thing. What the heck's going on here? Still doing this. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. The sound is all messed up. Okay, I don't know. Okay, everybody stay on. I'm gonna go off and come on completely here. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, I figured it out.
Okay, everybody stay on. I'm gonna
Okay,
go off.
I figured it out. Okay. All right. It was had the Facebook thing on. Okay, it should be good now. Okay, anybody else can come on now. I think we got it figured out here. All right, let's try this again. Okay.
Bluetooth connected.
All right. Sometimes you just gotta work the bugs out.
Anabolic beat.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. So Shamaguri, if you want to come on again, anybody can come on. It's working now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare go, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hey, Rangaleka, welcome. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Welcome everybody. Krishna is such a great association, Radha and Krishna. Oh man, do they make you feel good. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Radha, you're the best. The best. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Okay, let's try some of this here. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oh my Lord, oh my God, this is so good. May you all chant the holy name with great friendship and love for Radha and Krishna. It is fantastic to have such friends. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Prabhupada, Jesus, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Gauranga Nityananda, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Krishna, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. Krishna. He's intense. She's intense. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Radhe, Radhe. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gaura-Nityananda. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Jaya, Jaya. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Jaya, Jaya, Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mangal here, reading a bit from here. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. So, it's amazing, just by associating, it often manifests. Just giving pleasure to Krishna by being his friend, being close to Krishna, through his name. His name is him, and Radha also. So, Chaitanya Mangal here. Lord Gauranga said, "Listen, Murari, you have love for me, so just serve the Parabrahman appearing in human form. The Parabrahman appearing in human, having the color of Indranila gem, a blue sapphire. He stands most attractively in his threefold bed, carrying a flute, carrying a Lord Gurunga said, "Listen, Murari, you have love for me. So just serve the Parabrahman appearing in human form, having the color of Indranila gem, blue sapphire." See, Lord Chaitanya came here, so those who develop attraction to Lord Gauranga, that's why you need to come in the real line. See, with real devotees. See, that are that are associates of Lord Chaitanya. To Lord Chaitanya, see, and then it becomes like he said, "Ah, River Yamuna, Lalita Ganga, you have love for Lord Chaitanya. Okay? You're attracted to his pastime name. Therefore, worship Radha and Krishna. Come in the door to Vrindavan. You came in. Faith in Gauranga. You believe in the devotee's glorification, his devotee, an associate's glorification of Lord Chaitanya. Associate has love for Lord Chaitanya. See, enter the door. Become the shepherd of the sheep. Okay? And those who are looking for Radha and Krishna, when they believe in your preaching, see, that yes, develop love for Gauranga. Come around devotees who have love for Gauranga. The door. See, then you're become qualified to worship that para Brahman, basically the supreme Brahman, who has come in human form. Radha and Krishna. It's so amazing. Sublime worship. It's amazing. People to believe in this preaching. It's a secret. Yeah. And Amy's out there. Huh? See, she believes in this preaching. And look at happy. Been looking for it. And become attracted to the Vedas, the glorification of God in his many variegated features. Amazing. Alright, you have love for me, therefore worship Power Brahman. See, that's the path. So the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, they help us come onto this path. They come develop love for Lord Chaitanya and then enter into real worship of Radha and Krishna. Not jumping over. No, you need to get purified. And so you don't mix things in there. Sex and, tantras and all that other stuff. That doesn't go into it. No, you gotta get really purified. Okay? Then you enter in. Krishna, Krishna. He stands most attractively in his threefold bending form. He stands most attractively. Oh, my Lord Gauranga. He stands most attractively in his threefold bending form. Carrying a flute in his hand. Carrying a flute in his hand. Lord Gauranga said, listen, Murari, you have love for me. Oh, man. You have love for me. So just worship Parabrahman, appearing in human form, having the color of Indra gem, a blue sapphire. He stands most attractively in a threefold bending form, carrying a flute in his hand. Worship Srimati Radharani. Worship Srimati Radharani. Worship Srimati Radharani, the golden complexioned daughter of King Vishnubhanu. Worship Srimati Radharani, the golden complexioned daughter of Sri Vishnubhanu. Worship Srimati Radharani, the golden complexioned daughter of Sri Vishnubhanu. She is the original energy of the Lord. She is the original energy of the Lord. She is the original energy of the Lord. And her effulgence defeats the color of bright yellow. Engage yourself in the service of the gopis, and you will attain the son of Nanda. Engage yourself in the service of the gopis, and you will attain the son of Nanda. In the Chintanami Bhumi, in Chintanami Bhumi Vrindavan, in Chintanami Bhumi, in Chintanami Bhumi Vrindavan, Vrindavan, in Chintanami Vrindavan. He sits on a jeweled throne. He sits on a jeweled throne. He sits on a jeweled throne. He sits on a jeweled throne, resting upon a gem-studded platform, surrounded by kalpavraksha trees. Resting upon a gem-studded platform, surrounded by kalpavraksha trees. By his inconceivable sea, Kamadua, Surabi cows wander everywhere, fulfilling all desires. His glittering body effulgence is known as Brahman. His body of the effulgence is known as the Supreme Brahman. You should know this is the sweet truth about Krishna. You should know this is the sweet truth about Krishna. The devotees felt transcendental joy. The devotees felt transcendental joy to his talks from Lord Gauranga in a mood of submission. See, the devotees felt this joy to hear these talks from Lord Gauranga in the mood of submission. Yeah. See, when you this idea, we need to hear these talks from Lord Chaitanya. That's why he sends his representative. They have to be a medium. They have to be an associate. You know? And then it's like you're hearing from Gauranga. And when you have that mood of submission, you feel this true joy. See, this is a simple path. See? And if you don't have that mood of submission, you don't understand Gauranga. You won't. You got to go, that's the door, you know. Mood of submission, hear from a bona fide spiritual master that is a true mind medium for Lord Chaitanya's grace. See? And then you'll feel this transcendental joy hearing these topics. You'll taste this nectar. But until that's why the whole idea is, after many, many lives, one surrenders to the Lord. That's how it happens. You get a real representative of the transcendental Lord. And when you become submission and listen, boom. That's it. So simple, huh? That's the whole idea of preaching. You got to hear it long enough. You got to where your heart becomes trusting that this is the real path. This is the real deal. Above and beyond all those other dry things going on out there. Yeah. And when your heart surrenders by intelligence, it's intelligence to surrender to the real path, to feel this transcendental joy. It's the greatest treasure. Now that's intelligence. Like Amy was saying, I'm just a stupid woman. No, you're not. Lalita Gang said, I'm just a stupid woman. No, no, you're not. You're very smart. You've taken to the real path. Now that's special intelligence. That's the essence of all intelligence. Even the devotees with the big titles, they're not doing that. Big titles, big, oh, whoa, you're so fantastic, Guru Daves. They can't relish mellows because they have no faith in the real path being taught here. Okay? Taught as it is and using the book as well as the sadhu's experience. Guru, sadhu, and shastra is at work here. This is our point. And people can see that. Oh, wow, you come over to the Lord Chaitanya's grace place over there. Guru, sadhu, and shastra is actually working. Satchidananda is there. That is the way from. If I not, I will taste these transcendental mellows that many of these gurus say, oh, after many lifetimes, you'll get this ability to taste mellows, which is prema, basically. Well, you'll get that in this lifetime because we're giving you the proper preaching for this to awaken. Coming here regularly, Sadhu Sangha, it's like beating the mind with Krishna's club, beating the ignorance, beating the faithlessness out of us by truth, by understanding. If you want to know the true nature of the Father, you need to know somebody who actually has a bead on the true nature of the Father. They're actually relishing that happiness from being close to the true Father and Mother and true friend and beloved. Yeah. See, because Amy, you're learning what real happiness is. Real happiness is the Lord's happiness, and the Lord likes to hear from his devotees. If you're a real associate of the Lord, that is really the proof. The Lord in the heart acknowledges it. We don't need any degrees on the wall. I don't need any paper. It's all it is paper. It's like money. It's just paper, right? It has no value. What has value is to be an associate of the Lord, to be close to God. See, to be close to the supreme person, Godhead. Now that has value. You know? That has spiritual power, man, because those who are ready to awaken, they hear the message, and awakens their heart, and then they enter the kingdom. That's the praise God is looking for. When you say, I like hearing from this devotee's preaching, it makes me happy. Oh, there you go. That means that you're in touch with the Lord. Because this preaching doesn't make everybody happy. It makes so-called gurus burn with anger, religionists. That's part of the burning is good. It's part of the purification. There's already wallpaper on the wall. That's enough. No need for titles on the wall. Yeah, transcendental metals. See, you follow this path. Very quickly, you become attached to Lord Chaitanya, like to read the Leela, and you just keep cultivating that. You just keep getting very, wow. You start adding, learning how to add again because you've been dumbed down by the Maya and all these, this illusions, stupidity, and ignorance. You're just learning how to add again. Oh, when I read Chaitanya Bhagavat out loud and go on maybe Facebook Live to, do it, I become really happy. Oh, one and one equals two. Yeah. One, the book. Two, reading it out loud in the verses. Three, happiness equals happiness, transcendental happiness. Or coming to sadhu sangha regularly. See, one, sadhu sangha, hearing the glorification of the Lord as it is, the real path precisely presented, you know, uprooting all the ignorance, getting rid of that, and experiencing happiness. Because it's the Lord in your own heart. And you find out what real happiness is. It becomes more, wow, this happiness is so, so powerful. It makes me feel like I got it from inside. Man, this clears my mind. Wow, this gives me ability to do stuff, man, to say things that are important. You start adding, it all adds up after a while. And wouldn't you like to have a path that it all adds up? Not, you're following something for all these years, and it's not adding up. This one will add up and go beyond your expectations. That's how great it is. That's what it has for me. And it looks like for you, so many of you also. See, I got a cheerleader. See, this is great. See, she made this team. This is the team that is worthwhile. These other teams, they come and go. This one's going to last forever. She's going to be cheering for the devotees, Hari Katha, for all eternity. It's going to start coming out of her mouth. She's going to carry her little pom things in her dress, and she's going to go and speak Hari Katha, cheering for the Supreme Personality of Godhead and win to the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna. So the devotees felt transcendental joy to hear these talks from Lord Gauranga. Oops. That's what's going on here, man, The devotees feel transcendental joy hearing talks from Gauranga. Can you imagine? You know what intimacy is? I'm going to tell you what intimacy is. Intimacy is being so close to the Lord that you're speaking and then you're listening at the same time, enjoying those talks. Yeah, we're here making Ramananda Roys. He told that Pradyumna Mishra, don't think I am the speaker of these words. Actually, Lord Chaitanya himself is speaking. How would you like that kind of intimacy? That kind of intimacy can be had here simply because it's had here. That's a guru, if you want to define a guru. They have that kind of intimacy that, the Lord is speaking through them and they are being uplifted. They feeling uplifted. And those who have faith in those talks also experience transcendental joy and are feeling that happiness too. And then you become purified and become like that too. You open your mouth, you chant Hare Krishna, and you're uplifted and everybody else is uplifted at the same time. That's the path Lord Chaitanya taught. His real devotees are on that path. That's the path of prema, intimacy, and they raise others to that path of prema quickly. That's why you go through shit here. Stuff. Go through stuff. Stuff is coming out. Get rid of it. Don't need it, man. The more you empty this stuff out, the more faith you have in reality. Real. You like what's real. This is real, man. This is real. I love saying that. Because the word and the realization just wipes out the ignorance of the illusions. This is the real path. This was taught really by Lord Chaitanya. And we have the great privilege to revive this path and prove to the world that this is it. This is the door, the narrow gate to enter the kingdom of Vrindavan. Just like the Lord taught it 550 years ago. And not saying, well, let me, teach you a whole big course. Stay on the course of Vaidhi Bhakti, being around those who have not realized Krishna, don't have this kind of intimacy. Stay on that path, and take many, many lifetimes. No, on the order, Prabhupada said, get them off that path now. Get them on the real path. They've had enough of that. They learned enough. Convince them to come on the real path, to go right into Vrindavan. Give them that you get that card. You ever play Monopoly? The card, you get a wild card or something. You can pass go. You're not stopped. You just go into there. Go into the kingdom, man. But those who believe this preaching and hear it and hear the truth of it and really get it and feel the happiness of this truth, the power of this truth to liberate people and yourself and uplift you and uplift the world, you enter very easily. Just because you found the happiness of God. It's the happy, you doing what God makes God happy and it's making you happy. That's called purification. Okay? The Lord loves to hear talks about Krishna. When you love it too, that's called purification. That's why sometimes you hear it's a love-hate thing. When you're getting purified, I don't want to go to, ask River. That time she didn't want to come to these classes. I want to get away. See, it's purification going, and then more stuff comes out. And then all of a sudden it's, I want to stay steady in the bliss. I want to make the Lord happy more and more. Let's stay with the program of making the Lord happy in the heart because it makes me happy. Now you're finding what liberated souls are doing. Now you're actualizing liberated soul consciousness in this world by your own experience. You're experiencing being a liberated soul. That's right. Here you pass go and collect your $200 worth of jewelry, transcendental jewels, and you keep doing that. Sadhu Sangha is like keep getting an extra $200. I forgot how to play that game. I had so long, but I used to like that game. That was fun. Accumulate all these buildings and stuff. I actually, when people play the game, you actually start to. It's like being cyber rich or something. I got all these hotels on these. It's all make believe. This is the world. People think they got all this stuff, but it's all make believe. Oh, look at it, Bill Gates. I got all these hotels and farms. I'm buying up farms and got all these money and all this. It's all make believe. When the body is finished, it's all finished, man. Can't take it with you. But this, oh man, this goes on forever. Ah. The devotees felt transcendental joy to hear these talks from Lord Gauranga. In a mood of submission, Murari requested, "My Lord, I want to see the Lord's form as Raghunath, Lord Ram." Within a second, Murari saw Lord Ramachandra in his beautiful body, the color of fresh grass. Sita Devi, Lakshman, Bharat, Satyaguru stood around the Lord. Murari rolled on the ground in astonishment. Gaurasundar pacified him with the touch of his lotus hand, blessing him. May you become saturated in love of God. Lord Chaitanya taught the greatest path, the greatest knowledge, the greatest revelation that no other incarnation taught, not even Jesus. And that is not surprising. It's not a slight against Jesus. It's just intelligence. Lord Chaitanya is the latest incarnation. Just like Jesus, when he was here, he surpassed Moses in his revelation. It is just the way it works. God works like that. It's nothing against Jesus. Jesus is very happy that things are progressive. Ye shall do greater things than I. When the Lord is truly working for you, working through you, miracles happen. More deeper intelligence and understanding and revelation and ecstasy even manifests. Why not? What do you like to live in the past and not live in how the Lord really works? This is transcendental knowledge. The Lord is a progressor. He's progressive. Even people in the world, if they have some intelligence, they honor being progressive, right? So why don't Vaishnavas want to be progressive? What is the problem? What, you don't think this Krishna consciousness is going to progress beyond Vaidhi into Raganuga and spontaneous love of God? Of course it is. And time is now. It's already happening for those who have the good sense to hear this preaching and compare it with any other preaching, any other word that you're hearing, and see if this is not more of the God's mercy, merciful word, merciful benediction than what you're hearing out there previously. Because that's how the Lord works. It's all by the word. The word is God, man. And if your word is coming from that transcendental Lord, full of benedictions and blessings, that's what you're going to get. What is the blessing coming? What came through Prabhupada's mouth was Vaidhi. Get things started. That is a big blessing. Okay, there's a new message on Prabhupada's order. It's in 1996. See? Bring people into the kingdom. Finish the work. There'll be the work will be finished. They'll come. You come here, you start doing finishing work. That's the purification. That's the baptism by fire. That's becoming honest and throwing out which is stupid, which is ridiculously to hold on to. Spontaneously. Just come here and you'll have a garage sale. You won't even sell it. You'll just say, hey, just take it away. I don't need it, man. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So we're part of the work of the associates of the Lord, which you're becoming, is to free the captives. Right? How do you do that? Bust their ignorance, club their ignorance, cut off the ignorance, cut off the ignorant speaking with the truth. Get people to love the truth. because the truth sets people free. Why wouldn't you love something that sets you free? Why would you love something that puts you in bondage, puts you in fear? Isn't that ridiculous? People, this is the problem. They need people standing up more for this truth, man. Stand up for this. All of us, we need to stand up more for this truth, because people are standing up for the lies and the ignorance in the world, right? And people are following that because somebody's standing up. Eh? Yeah, we won't get everybody because a lot of people, they're already, just they've been shot down, and are weakened by the Maya, the illusory potency. But some people are ready to listen, especially now. After a while, you start wondering, boy, these politicians are not really for me. Oh, look at these guys. They say they want to do me good, but they're liars and hypocrites, cheaters. They're cheating me. Well, that's what Maya does. It's cheating. So we're here to, get some of those cheaters, change their mind with the truth. You show them that, hey, man, don't you want a better result? Don't you want to be spiritually happy? Let us show you what this happiness is. Let us show you the intelligence you get here in this kind of worship, in ecstasy, that you can't even get in college, in any degree, in any self-help group, in any new age thing, in any Buddhism. Look at the feelings, look at the knowledge that devotees of God that are very intimate with have him on this devotional path. Look at the intelligence here. Compare with Buddhism and Buddhists and even Christianity. Look what you get by honoring and learning from and about the latest avatar of God himself coming here as Lord Chaitanya 550 years ago only. Just give it away, man. Who wants to sell this shit? Just give it to those who really want it. Anyway, the Lord helps us. He's working big time here. Radha and Krishna, we're kind of under their trousers and skirts. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. All right. See, this is the benediction you get by being connected and a part of this tree of Lord Chaitanya. That's what we're preaching here. Look at Murari. He was actually from birth a natural devotee of Lord Ramachandra, but then he began to love Lord Chaitanya. Within Lord Chaitanya are all the incarnations. So his pleasure became doubled. He was attracted to the incarnation of Lord Ramachandra and Lord Chaitanya. They're both avatars here in this world, just like Jesus Christ, avatar. Okay? So because of his love for Lord Chaitanya, the Lord might want to teach him something. Oh, because of your love for me, not only do you love Lord Ramachandra, which is one of my forms, you love me, which is one of my forms. What the original form, the original. Now you're qualified to worship the highest form in Vrindavan, Radha and Krishna, simply because you have love for me, because that's my real form. I mean, that's my form. I'm here to express Radha and Krishna worship, and you happen to love this form. You love my ecstasy. You love my understanding. Therefore, here you worship now Radha and Krishna. You are qualified now. See, that's the path we teach, because you're with somebody who does have this relationship with Lord Chaitanya and also Radha and Krishna. You can see it. You can see there. This is not like bullshit. This is not playing games or cheating you or trying to pretend, being a pretender, or an imitator, day after day after day after day. And you see also, look, people that have faith in this preaching, see, are attracted to this preaching, attracted to this word, the purification they go through. They also begin to love Lord Chaitanya. You could see this is the witness program. You got witnesses out there. Look at River. Look at Lalita Ganga. Look at Johan. They love Lord Chaitanya, therefore they can worship Radha and Krishna. You see, it works. It does. It follows the real path, man. And we're the only ones really teaching it. The others are blah, 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 we're Raganuga, we're the highest devotees, but they can't prove they're the highest devotees. They can't do the job. This guy with a T-shirt, a psychedelic one, seems to be able to do the job. What's that about? So the Lord does work through carpenters, doesn't he? Or used car salesman. I used to be a used car salesman, real estate sales. See? So then the Lord said, I can use a guy like you. You sell me now. I'm here to sell Radha and Krishna, right? And Lord Chaitanya. Sell their path, man. I'm telling you, man, this will make you rich. Rich. But not in the way people are looking usually. Rich in bhakti, man. Let's show you the glories of being rich in bhakti. Isn't that amazing there? That's all we're doing. Showing the glories of being rich in this intimacy with the Krishna. When you chant his name, you actually show that you're the scripture, man. The scripture says Krishna's name and Radha's name are non-different, and you actually show it. Not just, yes, Krishna's name, non-different, but no tears come to the eyes because of feeling that. A little different way of teaching here, isn't it? Here's the real prototype. Big free sign, So Murari rolled about on the ground in astonishment. Gaurachandra pacified him with the touch of his lotus hand while blessing him. May you become saturated in love of God. You ever heard being touched by the hand of God? A lot of people say, yes, I've been touched by the hand of God. Yeah, have you? Well, we'll see the symptoms if you're really touched by the hand of God. You'll have these kind of ecstatic symptoms like Murari. You'll cry, you'll laugh, you choke up, all this, maybe even roll on the ground. Who knows? Okay? That's being touched by the hand of God. God's hand is subtle, man. When you're touched by the Lord's hand, your spiritual body awakens. And he extends that hand through his devotee like a glove. You put your hand in the glove, and then the glove is there. See? The Lord extends his hand through the devotee. See? And awakens your spiritual body. See? That's being touched by God. You're not, let me see who's touched by God in this world. Well, if you are, you'll be, your consciousness, your spiritual body will awaken, and you'll have intimacy with that Supreme Lord. You become qualified to be intimate and close with the Lord, to taste that amazing relationship that makes you an immortal, that gives you life every day to glorify what is really truthful, gives you the intelligence to glorify and talk about what is really truthful and awaken others' happiness. And when people say, whoa, I feel really happy listening to that, oh, there you go, man. Now you're doing real service in the world, making the Lord happy in other people's heart too. Much better product, Amy, huh? And Krishna is kind of a hard sell because you can't really see him, man. Even you got the deity, you can't really see the Lord. He's just sitting there, and all you see are mostly, well, let's pretend, and give flowers. Let's practice seeing God, This is such the best way to see God, man. Is to chant His name, and you go through the process of hearing from His real devotees who chant His name and become ecstatic because of this intimacy with the Lord. So happy. They show you the happiness of the Lord. That's all you're doing. Here, you're just seeing the happiness of the Lord and the Lord's devotee, because their happiness is the same. When you see the happiness of a real devotee, you're seeing the happiness of God. And the real devotees only get happy chanting the truth, the truth, the truth. And if you're not really happy chanting the truth, the name of the truth, and show the real happiness, what are you in for? Why are you chanting the glories of the truth? Are you a professional Bhagavatam? Are you doing it to be guru? Are you doing it to get followers or to make money, to have buildings? You know how many of the disciples of Prabhupada and also the leaders of Bhaktisiddhanta and Prabhupada fought over buildings, to have the buildings, and then they become leaders? Is it a wonder why people are still in Vaidhi Bhakti with such leaders? Is it a wonder? No, of course not. This is, what your heart is set on. Okay, we need leaders whose hearts are set on this intimacy with God. That's what we preach here. This was my order from Prabhupada and Krishna. Preach the truth, man. Set people free. It's about associating with real leaders who have this blessing to worship God with great transcendental happiness that you can see in the form of these special, unique, and unusual and uncommon transcendental symptoms of the tears. The tears, the devotee's body becomes the conch shell full of tears, or the conch shell being blown, like through blowing your nose because so much mucus is coming, purifying everything. Even physically, the body. I haven't had a cold, since this COVID thing is coming. I haven't had even a cold. Why? Don't need it. Anything comes in, it goes out from ecstatic worship. And that's the conch the Lord is very much looking for. Otherwise, you want to go your whole life, boom, 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 and that never comes, your nose is never a conch. Lord Chaitanya was blowing his nose constantly because ecstatically worshiping the Lord. Just like here, you notice we got nose blowers, conch shell. These are the conch the Lord is looking for. When you blow your nose like that, that's better than blowing 1,000 conchs, because that's external worship. This is internal worship coming from the inside. Don't you want to be insiders? That's what it's about. Why be outside? Who likes to be outside? You want to be outside on external worship your whole life? Eating these communions of dry wafers and grape juice. Communion, how would you like to have the communion see every day with your own eyes? Can you imagine? This is the work. This is the jungle growth that we're clearing here. You got all these Vaishnavas who don't know that this is the ultimate goal of life, what they're seeing here. You don't even know who you're worshiping. We obviously do. This is in the books that you've been reading and not reading. These are in the books that you've been hearing from your gurus, but not hearing. Can you imagine? We get devotees here that were in ISKCON, like Johan, for 25 years, singing the song, Sri Guru Charana Padma, and didn't even know the import of having a guru who cried tears of ecstasy in that song. From them, ecstatic prema emanates. That's the real guru. You've been singing for 25 years. And how many people have a guru like that? No, not, I don't think practically anybody. And by their word, ignorance is destroyed. Just like right now, this second of preaching this can destroy your ignorance of 40 years worshiping a guru. That's not qualified with being a real guru from the song you've been singing for 25 or 40 or 50 years. But now you can understand because you hear that song sung by a voice that understands these things. You get everything from a real spiritual master. You get real knowledge, man. You get your ignorance busted and you get real ecstasy. Can't we see that here? How many people have got ecstatic worship? Look how grateful they are usually, unless they've got some real weird thing going on in their mind. That's right. Everything is tainted here with poison. See, it's only the pure preaching that purifies it. This preaching here is like Krishna jumping into the Kalya River. See that river, Kalya? And then what happens? Kalya rises up and he goes out. See, he was driven out. See, we need Harikatha like that, as it is, to teach the real path as it is and bring people beyond rules, regulations, external worship. It's time, isn't it? More than time. Get out of external. Come on, get your spiritual body awakened and live in Godhead. You don't have to go back anywhere, man. We're in Godhead. Just this preaching puts you in the spiritual dimension of consciousness. That's why people are happy here. That's why we go on for hours. See, we're in the spiritual dimension. Who want to be in the spiritual dimension? Hare Krishna. So, actually, you are no other than Hanuman, and I am the same Lord Ram. After saying this, the Lord entered the temple. Could you imagine how Christians could really get rid of religion completely and sectarianism? If they learn from this avatar and learn the things that we're teaching about this avatar as it is, they would go beyond this thing. Well, Jesus is the only servant of God that's ever been sent here. Well, I'm sorry, but that ain't true. Lord Chaitanya is the recent avatar of this Kali Yuga and proves it. You see, we're proving it here. We're proving in this Kali Yuga because we're attached to Lord Chaitanya. We very easily overcome illusions. Easily. There's no spiritual warfare being needed here. It's like sword play with one hand behind one's back. There's no need for any excessive endeavor to overcome all these illusions with people. They're weak compared to this truth here brought forth by Lord Chaitanya and his associates all the way through the line to this point, to this tip of the iceberg here. We carry a lot of weight behind us, my friends. It's just the tip of the iceberg. What is Maya? What is illusion in the face of this? Anybody you come in here, you'll feel so protected. You'll experience it. Because why? We have attachment to Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, who prove in our own lives that they give the best of all protection, the best of all revelation and realization. You show me any Christian that preaches a more expanded but clear conception of the absolute truth. I only can do it because of being connected with this parampara and being ordered by the what do you call it? Mahaparusha there, Prabhupada. You show me any revelation and realizations or ecstasy in worshiping God like you see in this Sangha here. Show where it ain't available. It ain't anywhere. Why? Because this is very rare. And if you don't believe it, then you see that's that. We'll just keep preaching, man. I'll keep showing. We'll keep demonstrating. Not only me, but many of you. You're all many coming up to the point where you're assistants in this. Very powerful. You can show and you can demonstrate and you can preach the word of truth and convince others that they're in the wrong place, man. Everybody is in the wrong place until you find this kind of shelter. You got to feel the shelter of transcendentally empowered personalities. Okay? If you're advanced, you can feel it with the bygone devotees. But if you're not, you'll be bewildered. And this is how we help the Vaishnavas and devotees, or Christians, or Muslims, or Buddhists, anybody, New Age, pom-pom girls, food service, anybody will teach you how to take advantage of the shelter of liberated souls, how to relish the happiness of God, which are His scriptures that come through His devotees, and have the supreme protection in this world that we live, that very few people have to such an extent. Hare Krishna. After saying this, the Lord entered the temple. Harinam, the only way, is the next chapter. One day, in the home of Srivas Thakur, Vishwambara called all his associates and said, "Listen to the wonderful story about how to attain love of Radha and Krishna in this age of Kali." Then the Lord quoted the Narada Purana. In Kali Yuga, the chanting of the Lord's holy name is the only means of deliverance. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Lord Gauranga said, "The fools in this age of Kali don't understand that the Lord's name is equal to the original transcendental form of God." So if you're lucky, you'll be chanting this holy name of God, even in association with those who have not realized that the name of God, they're not very much, is God. But if you're even more lucky, you'll chant the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and the names of all devotees, actually, in association with devotees who do know. They're deep in knowing that the name of God is Krishna. The name of Krishna is Krishna, and they show the symptoms of that happiness. That's what it's all about, man. Chant in that association, see how fast you go through purification and get to the point of love of God. Some get there really quick, right? And some you can see. You could see, well, why is it they don't got it? Well, they're carrying weight. They're carrying their weight still. And they're here. This is the purification. If you don't have love of God by now, like Lalita Gangarina, you're carrying some weight, and people can see it. It comes right out of your mouth, the weight you're carrying. It comes right out of your faith. See? So that's how you keep coming, and you keep having garage sales and get rid of shit that you don't need. You notice that happens here? And the more you get rid of, the more ecstatic you'll become. The more you surrender to this path, the more you'll see its glories and have no problem. Oh man, I trust this. Oh, that's what I've been doing, and it's just like this. Oh, no, I'm trusting it. No, this is the best path, man. This is real shelter. Oh, let me surrender to the name. Let me surrender. Let me have faith in that guy Gaur Hari Das is preaching. Even though many others, look at these others, oh, man, Gaur Hari, he's not following Bhagavad Gita, he gets angry, all that baby stuff. They're using all these twisted ideas. They don't have any understanding what's going on here. Oh, Gaur Hari, he's not teaching Vaidhi Bhakti and teaching rules and regulations and dry worship. He's doing wrong. See? When you, all of that is like you see as ridiculous as it seems ridiculous to me. Oh, Gaur Hari, he's just saying what other gurus are saying and my guru said and all that. Yeah, you come here, more of that will go. And then you just become happy. You become faithful in the truth. There's nothing wrong. You just become intelligent. You realize, yeah, hey, this is a good investment. You come to the point. People, they make investments and they're always wondering, oh, is this going to work out? See, there's fear in there. You notice? Making their investment. I don't know, maybe I'll lose my money. Yeah. You keep coming here after a while, you say, no, man, I know this is a sure deal, man. This is a sure thing. I put my money here, I'm going to get God. That's called faith. They overcome doubt. Now you get spiritual happiness. And now you understand Bhagavad Gita verse when it says, to those who are not faithful in the real path, which we teach here on a very high level, those who are doubtful like that have no happiness in this life or the next. Ask the doubtful people here. And look at the faithful. We got both. Isn't it great to have both, man? You got the Thomas the doubters here, and you got the faithful here. You can see with your own eyes. Oh, look at the result of the faithful who are convinced. Oh, look how they're relishing mellows, and I can't because I'm doubter. I'm a doubting Thomas. Okay, fine. Good. Keep coming here until you see that and can become more convinced from this way and that way that this is the best friggin' path on the planet. This is the quickest way to Vrindavan on the planet. And you know what? You need to know that. You know why? Because all these other people are saying that they're standing up and saying, no, follow me, Radhanath. I'm the quickest way to Vrindavan. Or Jayapataka. Or somebody else. Or Narayan Raj. I'm the quickest way. And people are following. Because they're standing up saying they are. And are they? I say we are the quickest way. Why? Because we do the job and people are entering Vrindavan like none of those disciples I've seen in any of those groups, even Narayan Raj. They are not having the moods of like Lalita Ganga and Johan and Govinda and on and on and on. The ecstatic relish of transcendental mellows because they're faithful here in this path and they get the results showing that God is saying, you see where I'm really working here? Because you get the result here. See, this is the result. Krishna Bhakti Shastra degree here is the degree of devotion that the students are getting that are faithful. See, that's it. Now, isn't that logical? Now, isn't that clear? Isn't that the way to approach? What, do you think got to be a blind believer to believe that Radhanath or Jayapataka or one of these gurus? Just believe, man, because they all say. No, I want to see what the deed is, man. What deeds is God doing through you? Well, they're giving they follow a lot of rules and regulations and ceremonies. No, this is the deed of Krishna consciousness. This is the culmination of Krishna consciousness is to awaken people's spiritual body so they can feel this intimacy and relationship with God. Bhakti is called in Vaishnavism. The inclination to worship the transcendental Lord and relish these mellows because of it that you see in devotees here. That's what you got to hear. This is the cleaning out. This cleans out the closets. You got to hear something you never heard before. You got to hear something that Radhanath can't speak, and that Jayapataka can't speak. You got to hear something different, man. A great sage ain't a great sage unless their opinion differs from all those thousands of gurus, to put it practically. Because they all say the same thing. They're all in on the thing. It's just like they want the New World Order, right? The New World Order, it takes all the world to be on the same page, right? They got to do the same bullshit, the same breaking down everything. It's the same thing. For ISKCON to fly, they have to have the same party line, right? Even if it's not true. They have to sell out truth to keep going. They have to say, yeah, a guru doesn't have to have ecstatic devotion to deliver their disciples, and people have to believe it. Well, all the gurus are saying that, and then Gauri says, no, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to fly. No, this works. Our students who follow these teachings and this knowledge here are getting ecstatic devotion, especially when they get really faithful. They're relishing mellows. They're relishing the happiness of Harikatha. They love this. They have the inclination to hear talks about truth without speculation. These people don't have attraction. They don't want to come. They're addicted to speculation. They're addicted to being stuck and just doing external worship. Oh boy, how boring, man. We're here to show that is boring compared to this kind of worship, this kind of intimacy, this kind of freedom. Man, look at the benedictions people get here. You become free. I can say what I want. I can say what I want about all these gurus and not fall down. People think, oh, Gauri, you should fall down. You talk about Radhanath and talk about why shouldn't I, man? I want to know where you are. Or do you really know the truth? Are you really preaching the truth? Prove it, man. Prove that there's some ecstatic ecstasy in you. Otherwise, people believing that they're going to Vrindavan, without it, they're not getting there. They're going slow, man. We're preaching the real path here. You prove that you're preaching the real path. You prove your preaching is like this, that works. Otherwise, why should you even follow your preaching? Why don't you follow what works? Why don't you look at the waitresses and look at just ordinary people getting ecstatic love like they did 550 years ago. Why, if you're really sincere and you really want this love of God, why are you teaching things that don't work? This is what works. What working is to manipulate a lot of persons to come and do external rules and regulations their whole lives, but never feel the awakening of love of God. Sorry, there's a better teaching out there, and it's here. People will believe this preaching and will convince you logically, clearly, and ecstatically that it's here. And when you get that kind of faith, boom, man, you're in mellows, ecstatic mellows. Boom, you get the blessing of, oh, you have faith in my real devotee, and you put a blind ear to all the bullshit being preached out there as being authorized. If you want to find what's authorized in the Krishna conscious movement, you have to have the gold standard. We're here to preach what Lord Chaitanya preached. How to enter the kingdom of God in this life. This life. How to get the gift of ecstatic love. How to receive the gift. How to be a good receiver, man, and not fumble the ball. You ever seen football? You ever see these guys? They're throwing the ball, and if you can catch that ball and not fumble it, you make it to the goal, and not being blocked. They got the blockers knocking you down. If you can catch the ball here and not fumble the ball and drop it, you can make it to the goalpost. Especially you have the quarterback, telling you that, hey man, watch out for this, watch out for that. Hey, there's somebody coming from this side, avoid them. Yeah, just run right to the goal, man. This life, why not? This is the idea of guru, man. We're not working slowly and hoping you're going to get us a human birth in your next life. Prabhupada was like, well, we'll just kind of get you and you'll get a human birth in your next life. Well, he's up the ante now. Now we want people to get for David. We got our foot in the door enough. See, the whole idea of Prabhupada was he wanted to get his, it's like a good salesman working together with a team. He got his foot in the door, got people worshiping Krishna. Okay? Got them to go on to India and go to pilgrimages and do their deity worships and all that. See, now we're here to bring the door wide open. That's what a good salesman do. They get their foot in the door. Prabhupada got the foot on the door with Krishna in there, right? And now we force it open more so it's wide, so people can get in. You're not just kind of peeking in. The foot in, and they get the kind of looking. No, we kind of widen it so people can see that Krishna, feel that Krishna, relish Krishna's association forever. That's why you see people are getting Krishna in this lifetime. You notice? Anybody notice? And the alleged highest gurus have been saying, many lifetimes before prema that you see Lalita Ganga has in Johan. This kind of prema, many lifetimes before you get dreams like Johan, Krishna, and all these amazing things, and demigods and everything like what do you call? Mother Sachi used to, demigods would come to her in dreams and all kinds of amazing things. Well, we got devotees like that. Why? Because we're on the real page of Lord Chaitanya. We're pages for Lord Chaitanya. You know what a page does? Goes out and announces things for the king and queen. They're real pages, not false ones. We put you on the real page with Radha and Krishna, man. You'll be in their story. You want to be in their story? Or you want to stay in the story of the world, story of Vaidhi? Yes, this person was a disciple of one of these thousands of gurus. This is you want that story? And they did the rules and the regulations for 20 years or 10 years, and then they went to another path of Buddhism. And you want that story to be your life story? You want this? Yeah, they came to this strange sangha here. They're preaching such deep truths that nobody else is preaching. It's all in the books. And my God, I feel Radha and Krishna dancing in my heart. You want that story? Well, that story is possible here and probable here. Where do you want the story? This person loved one. Give a eulogy over you. Yes, he followed Prabhupada. He was a Prabhupada disciple, very proud of it, and he went through his whole life doing appearances in this. They invited him here, and he spoke proudly, and then you die in that. You want to die like that, or you want to die? This person, wow, Lalita Ganga, she passed from her body. She was so ecstatic her whole life. She preached, she chanted in ecstasy, or Johan or Govinda was out there preaching that. You want a story like that? What kind of legacy you want to leave? What is more attractive to you? I want the story. I left Gaur Haridas's Sangha, man. I went out there and I was a big teacher, Vaidhi. And and then I just died. You think God is interested in you in that way? You think he's happy? Or is he more happy? Well, I stayed where the Lord was really working. I really listened long enough and I could really see the transcendental potency of Krishna and Radha were actually working in this Sangha. And it was so relishable, so enjoyable, so empowering, so purifying. And now I cannot stop hearing and talking about Krishna. I want to do this forever. You want a story like that? That you can get here. No, or you want a story? I was a Buddhist all my life and I spoke dry philosophy and wore my orange robe, and grabbed the ladies' titties. That's what I was in. What do you call? Um, Dharamsala, where would go there every year, man. I seen what was going on with the Buddhists. I would hear the complaints. I'd be sitting, have a cup of coffee in the coffee shop, and the ladies would come up to me and say, some Buddha. I was just going down the road, and some nice Buddhist had a smile on his face, and they grabbed my tits. Hey, man, this is real stuff. I'm telling you. You want a story like that? Now, what he's doing, this is just, you see Catholic priests doing bullshit like this, pedophile. You see it in ISKCON, pedophilia, right? Some of you guys may have had gurus like that. And what is it saying? What is the essence? Am I hateful about them? No. I like to teach. I like to teach. I like to use everything as examples of teaching, life experience, everything. That all happens because of what? Being devoid of devotional mellows. That's all. Because when you taste this mellows, you become a decent person. Maybe not a perfect externally on all that, but you become a decent person. You deal straight with people. Frankly, honestly, that's what is needed in this world. Just kind of naturally a good, decent person on that level. You don't have to perfect it and come around, look at me. I'm ideally moral. I'm perfect. I'm following that perfect path. And I'm so Mr. Moral. And that ain't it either. Okay? Here, this is it. Relishing mellows, chanting the holy name with great intimacy and ecstasy. I'm telling you, that is my experience. This is the greatest thing. This whole song is built on that. And people can come to that platform very quickly here because you've got some faithful devotees, some solid core here, and getting more solid all the time. Vasudev. Okay. So Lord Gore said, the fools in this age of Kali do not understand that the Lord's name is equal to the original form of God. That way, you should have no problem being called a fool because that is the truth. And if you do, that's your purification. If you don't know that the name of God is the same as God and you feel it, man, you feel so ecstatic, so happy about that, then you're a fool. And even when a devotee feels like that, he's not feeling, I'm so smart. I'm just a fool, man, that has gotten a lot of grace. Thank you very much, Radha and Krishna. Thank you very much, Lord Chaitanya. Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, Jesus, man. Thank you. Because I just got this grace and it just happened to be in the right place. It's changed my face. To go around like this. Now it's like lifted from within the smile. It's because you're encouraging me. You're a good cheerleader, encouraging me to give more and more good stories. I'm amazed where these stories come. I tell you, these are These are like Prabhupada quotes, these things. They're really good. They're really, it's spontaneously. That's why I love this path. And people getting it, like Lolita, she says she loves this spontaneous path. You notice? She gets there and she just starts chanting Hare Krishna and just associating intimately and ecstatically with Krishna and Radha right before your eyes and our eyes. Isn't that amazing? Right before our eyes, we get to see a devotee in the bedroom with Radha and Krishna, in that flower garden right there, and looking into the kunj and seeing all that beautiful thing, all that. See, we get to see all of that. Very rare thing, actually. Yeah. And so if anybody has a problem with being called a fool, it's always because they don't have ecstatic symptoms. I'll test these gurus. I'll call them fools. How do you feel about that? Do you think, oh yeah, that's true. I am just a fool. Oh boy, there you go. You passed the test. People call me, go hard, you're a fool. Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, but I got the mercy. I got the mercy of this closeness with the Lord. I'll just remain happy forever as long as they keep coming back, man. As long as I keep coming back, they keep coming back. Everything's going to be cool, man. My life will be cool. Maya will I'll be cooled down. I'll be in hell if I'm preaching in hell. I'll be cool. I'll remain cool all the time. I'll be a cool dude, man. We're here. You want to be cool gal, cool dude. This is where it's at, man. See, Amy doesn't mind being called a fool. There you go. See, we're foolish until you can know that the name of God is Krishna. Because then, when you know that, this is how you transcend being really a fool, even though you may say you're a fool and all that. You transcend being Lord, you're the intelligence. I'm good with that now. I thought I was intelligent and I was smart and all that, but now I know everything. You're the library, man. If I need any knowledge, I go to the library. I don't need anything to carry the library, and then I get this big false idea that I'm smart. I went in and I studied all these scriptures, and now they're all in here. Now I'm smart because of it. No, that's foolish. No, I go to the library. Krishna and Radha in my library. I go in the library and I do some reading. I go in the library, and then this is the library here. We're going there. We chant the holy name. We're with the library, and whatever's needed comes. You don't have to carry all that stuff around. They carry it. In that form. They don't even carry it. They're in a different form. They just like to play. And then when it's needed, the right profundity comes out in a play. They joke around, and the most profound things are said. you know this is Vrindavan. Yeah. So until you can know that the name of God and show the world that and you're not just a cheater and a pretender, an imitator of Guru Dev, just going around putting on a big show, you're going around on the stage like an actor. Oh, look at me, I'm Guru Dev. Yeah, are you? Yeah. Do you know that the name of God, name of Krishna and Radha are non-different from them? Can you feel it, man, to the point of tears and ecstasy and that holy laughter coming out of your heart? Well, if not, you're still more or less putting on a show. Yeah. Because we need narrow gates. We need the real door, man. The real door is the real devotee, man. Otherwise, you're going slow, man. It's a mini lifetime thing. Oh, lost our music. Forgot about that. Let's try another song. Gurunga said these things while absorbed. Oh, wait a second. Ah. Vyas. Oh, Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva repeated this fact 3 times in order to dispel the doubts of these dull and sinful souls. Furthermore, Vyas used the word kevalam to indicate that by chanting without offense, one attains liberation. Isn't that amazing? You chant without offense, you attain liberation. But there's more. There's devotees here that are relishing more than just liberation. Okay? This is why if you want Vrindavan and not just liberation, you need this kind of association. You need devotees that have the Vrindavan mood. And they chant with not just being liberated in the rays of the Lord, they're feeling the rays. They're more close to that transcendental form, very intimate with Radha and Krishna. See, this Vrindavan form. And the more close you're like that, not just do you have symptoms of liberation, you know, you have the symptoms of ecstasy, intense ecstasy, transcendental spiritual rapture. It's so nice to be with God. It's the nicest thing in the world. It's otherworldly. There's nothing so nice as that. And nice is not even the word, good enough word. It's nice expanded 1,000,000,000 times. Hey, this is here to teach what we're teaching. It's just to show the world how nice it is to have a transcendental relationship with God. To convince people that it is worthy, it's trusting, that you won't be cheated. I've never been cheated. Nothing but blessing comes to my life from chanting the holy name and surrendering to Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya's names. You know, convince the world that they're worthy, that they will protect us and take care of us. Okay? And those who don't have such intimacy with God, they can only help us a little bit. Well, I'm glad you're happy here, Dean. Of course, you're welcome here. See, the Lord wants to welcome everybody into the kingdom. What you think are when you find a real devotee who has this real intimacy with God, you think the Lord is incapable of bringing you into the kingdom quickly? It all belongs to Him. Miracles, He's a miracle worker. So Vyasadeva also discouraged demigod worship by repeating Hari's name 3 times. The Vedas prove that one should be definitely do Harinam along with meditating on Gopal, the gopis, and the cows. Gauranga said these things. So you see, previously he said, you have love for me, therefore you can worship like this. So he's preaching to his devotees. who have love for him. They all very, very easily can worship Radha and Krishna now. Just like here. You notice how easy it is for, you see, Notice River, she likes to read from Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi and cry and laugh and all that. What is that about? Where do you see that? Simply because she's worshipped Gauranga and has love for Gauranga. You could see she loves Chaitanya Bhagavat. And look at Lalita, man. She loves Chaitanya Bhagavat. That means she loves Lord Chaitanya. She loves an associate of the Lord. She's worshiping in that association. Oh my God. No wonder things happen so fast for faithful devotees. Come to the point of faith. See? Can worship, the highest worship is manifested in our Sangha and nowhere else. You got to see, do you have, those persons have the symptoms of this ecstatic worship? Okay? Otherwise, they're still in progress. They're still trying to figure it out. See, we figured it out, man. It was already figured out 550 years ago. It's all in the book. We figured it out by experience. We're pleasing the Lord to such an extent that this ecstatic devotion is awakening in devotees here who come to the point and they just come to the point like, wow, this is the preaching I've been looking for. This is the truth I've been looking for. This is the happiness I've been looking for. I'm telling you, it's not in the world. It's not in Vaishnavism at this point, this kind of happiness. If it is, there you go. You found liberated association, man. If you see devotees in Vaishnavism or Christianity where they're worshiping God and their tears are coming to their eyes like it did with Lord Chaitanya, and ecstasy, high ecstasy and rapture, extraordinary happiness, like it was with Lord Chaitanya's day and like it is here in this particular Sangha, and wherever else that kind of worship is, that's the place. That's the place where God is working in this world beyond the modes of even goodness, beyond the mode of even liberation. Gauranga said these things while absorbed in the sentiment of Raha. In ecstatic love, the Lord chanted the holy names and danced madly in the nectar of Sankirtan. That's it, man. The simple truth. The Lord chanted in ecstasy and Sankirtan and chanted like a madman. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. I hope Lolita's all right. Is she okay? I haven't seen her today.
Thanks for using.
Maybe she went to a doctor or something. Okay, I think we'll take a little break here. I got up early as usual. 1:30, 12:30, 1:30 sometimes. Don't need as much sleep, but it's good to rest a little bit more now. What time is it? 5:03. 5:03.
If Balaram is watching, welcome to Belgium, Balaram.
Oh, he went to Belgium? Oh, he went to Belgium. Oh, really? Wow. Did he take that? Who knows? All right. Yeah, good. All right. Oh, that's probably why. Maybe she went to the airport or something to meet him or something. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you for coming, everybody. Yeah. It's been fun. See you later, Tom, Amy, Dean. If you missed anything, you can watch the replay. Chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes. Okay, see you later, Shamakuri. And I'll take a little snap here. Hare Krishna.
He left us, Tom. He left us. Oh my God.
Who's left too?
Maharaj has left us.
Here it says we are still live.
No.
Yes.
Can't still be alive. No. Take it away. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
We are alive.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Gaura, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Is he still alive? What's gone off?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Do you know if Balaram got the jibby jabby? Muna. Muna. Do you know if Balaram got the jibby jabby? Oh my God, nose swab.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Looks like we're still live. It looks like we're still live on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, but there's a big live button here beside us. I left all my phones in the car. Oh my God.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Gauranga Nityananda.
Hare Krishna.
Gauranga Nityananda. Gauranga Nityananda. Gauranga Nityananda. Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to look to the replay of this class.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. You have to get closer. Get closer to the computer. Closer to the computer.
There's an echo.
Oh.
I said I want to watch the replay.
Oh, you want to watch the replay?
Yes, yes. I did it a few times, a few days. I watched the replay.
Wow.
But it takes a lot of time to watch the live and the replay. Then your day is full.
Yes, that's 5 hours of watching. I suppose if you got nothing better to do, then off you go. Watch the replay. I plan to make the replay. Anyway, I don't think I can watch it.
Sometimes it's I had this few days. I just wanted to listen because it was so nice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, 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 Hare. I cannot do that every time. I'm sure.
Watch the replay.
Yeah, be
Take
live,
notes.
watch live and do the replay, and then
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good.
and then I have to then I do this downloading also. Takes a lot of time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
You do a purport on his purports.
Yeah, we are in a loop. We are in a circle. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare Krishna. Oh, one.
I can check if we are still live. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Moon says we're not. Just because
No?
their buttons right. No, I don't think so.
Let's see. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. We are still live.
Oh, we are.
Yes.
Someone should tell Maharaj. Oh, well, we're still live. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shrigar Haida, Shrigar Haida, Shrigar Haida, Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. What to do? We can
Shrigar
finish.
Haida, Shrigar Haida, Shrigar Haida, Shrigar Haida. You know, you could do some yoga for us, play the guitar, take us for a walk.
Oh yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Take a walk inside.
Take a walk around the house.
Take a walk and.
Or you can watch the replay. You can watch the replay now and record it now.
No, I cannot because it's still running. I cannot.
No, you
I
can. You
cannot
go on to you can go onto a different device,
different
and
one.
then you can go back and watch it. You can scroll. You can scroll the timeline along.
Let's play with the timeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Diddle-dum.
so many options. Lol.
Lol. So lol.
Lol.
Lol. Oh look, Emmy's there. Angelica's there. We're live. Pretty soon is going to make the replay. Hello, hello.
Yes, they are confirming. Yes, still alive. You are
We're
alive.
still alive.
We
I
are
feel alive.
alive.
I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
It's
Oh my
better
God.
with Shilagora Harry. It's better with Shilagora Harry Das, I feel.
Yes. What timeline can you follow? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Past timeline. Let's follow the past timeline. Hare Krishna.
Go on, play the class.
I get. Do you want me to play class? Okay.
Yeah, play
But
this morning's class again.
there are so many options. Chaitanya Bhagavat. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, yeah.
Krishna, Krishna, yeah.
Previous one.
Previous one.
This was 15 hours ago. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. I'm going to read for myself. Let's make a mixed. Wow.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. We are still live, Shiligare Das.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
I just want to tell what I opened. I opened the book, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, complete edition. Complete edition, yes. Complete. Translated by Sarva Bhavana Das. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Rashi Vasari Gaura Bhaktarinda. I opened the book and it says, Nityananda possesses the power to fully satisfy Sri Chaitanya. Nityananda possesses the power to fully satisfy Sri Chaitanya. With his transcendental service and the intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya are in full knowledge of the extraordinary position of Nityananda. But at times one may see a certain elevated devotee disagreeing and quarreling with other devotees. This is transcendental and is happening by the desire of Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. So this is how it's played, how the lila works. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Again, Nityananda possesses the power to fully satisfy Sri Chaitanya with his transcendental service, and the intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya are in full knowledge of the extraordinary position of Nityananda. But at times one may see a certain elevated devotee disagreeing and quarreling with other devotees. This is transcendental and is happening by the desire of Sri Krishna. So this is how this lila works. There's also this disagreement played by the devotees in the lila. It's also part of the lila. Wow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Disagreement played by the devotees in the lila. Hare Krishna. This is transcendental and is happening by the desire of Sri Krishna. Yes. It's like a play in a play or a joke in a joke. A circle in a circle. A lila in a lila. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Microcosmos in the macrocosmos. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Wow, a movement of the soul in the big, conclusive, complete edition of the super soul of Krishna. Wow, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. What's the name of these pictures, Karuna? When you can zoom in and it stays going on, like fractals or something.
I think it's fractals, isn't it?
Fractals, yes. You can zoom in and it goes on and on. Like endless zooming in and endless zooming out. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Like this Krishna dimension is endless. You can zoom in and zoom out endlessly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I wonder if this will ever stop. When like Krishna is playing with Guru and Guru is playing with us. He is keeping us alive in this life. There's also we are somewhere in this loop, in this unimaginable loop, this fractal, supreme fractal. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What are you doing? You're in hospital or something? Yes.
Monthly checkups.
Oh, yeah, we are still in contact with Amy. She's also talking about fractals, like snowflakes. Oh, okay, frozen fractals. We're still connected. So strange. Wow, I love that. Yes, a joke and a joke. She's talking to me. There's contact. Hare Krishna. It's all by Krishna's doing. Yes, yes. We are a fractal in the fractal. We are a joke in the joke. We are a lila in the lila. Yeah. I just want to. I'm getting more happy and more happy. So I want to sing now. Oh no! I don't want to be in the lila of. Okay, shut up, Tom. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We are in the live broadcasting of Sri Gaura Haridas, and we are having fun. I am having fun. And we are still connected, and it's still going on. And I don't know where to go. I offer my obeisances at the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya. May I remain attached to his dear servitors. Wow. These narrations about his pastimes reward one with the highest devotional moods. These narrations about his pastimes reward one with the highest devotional moods. So we are also very fortunate to be in this fractal, in this time loop, in this time fractal. Wow. If one sides with Advaita against Gadadhar Pandit, then due to this imbecilic act, one is never allowed shelter by Advaita Acharya as his devotee. If one sides with Advaita against Gadadhar Pandit, then, due to this imbecilic act, one is never allowed shelter by Advaita Acharya as his devotee. Do you understand that, Karuna? If one sides with Advaita against Gadadhar Pandit, then, due to this imbecilic act, one is never allowed shelter by Advaita Acharya as his devotee. I don't understand. If one sides with Advaita against Gadadhar Pandit, then, due to this imbecilic act, one is never allowed shelter by Advaita Acharya as his devotee. It's very confusing to me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wow. To admit that I don't understand, that I don't know, it's a very nice Ras. It's a very nice surrendering. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What does what mean? Amy Rose, what does it mean? I don't know what it means. I'm innocent. I'm a fool. A happy fool. I don't need to understand. I'm just happy with surrendering without understanding. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I just identify with being a fractal, a foolish fractal. Hare Krishna. I don't know beginning, I don't know end. I only know surrendering. Maybe this is not funny. Maybe we just have to stop. What do you think, Karuna? Do we have to stop? Is this an offense to go on? I don't know. I don't even know even if it's an offense. The transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya are the purest form of divine ambrosia. The transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya are the purest form of divine ambrosia. The transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya are the purest form of divine ambrosia. I pray that these unlimited pastimes increasingly appear in the minds of all living beings. Wow. I pray that these unlimited pastimes increasingly appear in the minds of all living beings. Wow. I pray that these unlimited pastimes increasingly appear in the minds of all living beings. Unlimited pastimes, that's what we are talking about. These ongoing fractals. I pray that these unlimited pastimes increasingly appear in the minds of all living beings. One who desires joy from hearing these narrations will surely see the beautiful face of Lord Chaitanya directly. Wow. It's a movement. I remember Srila Garidas, he says, this is a movement. We are a movement. We are moving. This bhakti is moving. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya are the purest form of divine ambrosia. The transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya are the purest form of divine ambrosia. I pray that these unlimited pastimes increasingly appear in the minds of all living beings. One who desires joy from hearing these narrations will surely see the beautiful face of Lord Chaitanya directly. Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, and Sri Nityananda are my life and soul. Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, and Sri Nityananda are my life and soul. Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, and Sri Nityananda are my life and soul. Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Shri Nityananda are my life and soul. Wow. What I feel is when we want to accept, and our mind is not able to accept. When we want to accept and our mind doesn't understand, then the mind has to go. Then the mind gives up. But something goes on. Our soul accepts. When the mind doesn't accept, and we still want to accept, then the soul takes over the acceptance. I don't know what I'm singing, don't know what I'm doing, but I feel contact with the beloved. I feel contact with the beloved. I feel contact with the beloved. And this is the attraction higher than the attraction from the mind, higher than the attraction from the intelligence. This is the attraction from the soul. Higher than the intelligence. Higher than the matter. Are the Indriyanis, the senses. Higher than the senses is the mind. Higher than the mind is the intelligence. And higher than the intelligence is the soul. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Being a fractal in the superfractal, being a soul in the super soul, being a piece of life in the super life, being a play in the super play. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What to do? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When Guru is not there, we can chant. Yes, like we did before. We just chant when Guru, when we Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Guru is always there. Guru is omnipresent. Sarvatra, Sarvada. In all time, space, and circumstances. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, some time in super time, some dham, some in super dham, space, in super space. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Come on, Karuna, help me. What shall we do?
What shall we do?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hi, sorry about that.
Back to the room.
I don't hear you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Shila Gaura Haridas, Shila Gaura Haridas. I feel we have to finish. Yes, see you later. I agree. We just see what happens if we leave. Okay? Maybe you go on. I leave. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shila Gora Hare Das, 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 Shila Gora Hare Das. Om Vishwadaya Krishna Vishwadaya Bhatale, Shivadaya Bhatale, Shila Gora Hare Das. Shila Gora Hare Das, Shila Gora Hare Das, Shila 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 Gora Hare Das. Shila Gora Hare Das, Shila Gora Hare Das, Shila 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 Gora Hare Das. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I'll do it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jai Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora. Jai Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora. What? Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Shira Shira Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Gadadhar Shivasari Govardhana, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gautamiya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, 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 Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Prabhupada, Shri Prabhupada, Shri Gora Hari Das, Shri Gora Hari Das, Prabhupada, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda,
I'm not sure how it's. It wasn't there 2 seconds ago. It wasn't there. It wasn't there 2 milliseconds ago. I'm not gonna. Darren Hutton.
Yeah, I went there.
Hello.
They were dropping the lines off today.
What line? Pick me up at the hospital. It's Brown delivery. Oh, hang on. I'm still singing. Maybe they deliver it next door. Who's out there? Is anyone still there recording, listening to Hare Krishna? To the boo boo.
You said the lines were coming today. Well, I had to take somebody to the hospital this morning. I'm at the hospital now, and I don't know if they've been or gone or what they've done.
Darren Hutton.
I'll give them a call and see what's happening. Okay, they might have left it in the garden.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare